question. Let us draw a triangle. Let's say this is an isosceles triangle with two equal sides. Let's say AB is equal to AC. Let's say these two equal sides are there. And let's say the equal sides here are given to be 3x minus 1 and 2x plus 2. So AB is 3x minus 1 and this is 2x plus 2. Okay. And the third side is of length 2x, right? You need to find out the value of x and the perimeter of the triangle. Okay. So I say here let AB be equal to 3x minus 1. Let AC be equal to 2x plus 2. And let BC is equal to 2x. Now because AB is equal to AC, since triangle ABC is isosceles, so AB must be equal to AC. And AB, the length of AB is given to be 3x minus 1 and the length of AC is given to be 2x plus 2. Right? From here I can solve and find out the value of x.
Yes, sir.
So what do I get here? X is equal to 3. Fine. So I get the value of x as 3. So that answers the first question, find x. So we have found x. What is the next question? Find the perimeter of the triangle. Okay, so what is the perimeter of the triangle? First, let us find out the side AB. AB is 3x minus 1. Put the value 3 into 3 minus 1, which is equal to 9 minus 1, 8 units. Right? Because no unit is given, centimeter, meter, nothing is given, only units is given, so we'll write units. What is AC? 2x plus 2. 2 into 3 plus 2, which is equal to 8 units. Right? And finally BC is equal to 2x, which is equal to 2 into 3, which is equal to 6 units. So we've got all of three sides of the triangle. Hence, what is the perimeter? It is the sum of the length of the sides, AB plus AC plus BC, which is 8 plus 8 plus 6, which is equal to 22 units. Clear? Easy enough problem. We'll move on to the next problem. Number 11. A rectangle is 10 centimeter long and 8 centimeter wide. Okay, so length of the rectangle is 10 centimeter. The breadth of the rectangle is 8 centimeter. When each side of the rectangle is increased by x, its perimeter is doubled. Find the equation in x and hence find the area of the new rectangle. Okay, so let's say this is the initial rectangle that I drew. Let's call this ABCD. Okay, and this length is given to be 10 centimeters and the breadth is given to be 8 centimeters. And what I do is same rectangle, I just increase the size of this rectangle a little. Okay, and how much do I increase? Let's say I increase the length by x. So it becomes 10 plus x. And I increase the breadth by x also. Why? Because see in the question it is written here, when each side of the rectangle is increased by x meter. That means from the first rectangle, I increase by length by x and breadth by x. Let's call this rectangle PQRS. Okay. Now what happens that when I increase the length of the rectangle and the breadth of the rectangle by x, the perimeter of the new rectangle, that is this rectangle, is double of this rectangle. Okay, that is, from this we want to find out the value of x, and also we need to find the area of this new rectangle that we have formed, PQRS. Okay, so let's find. First of all, I say area, or let's say perimeter, because perimeter, the relation between perimeter is given. Perimeter of rectangle ABC is twice length plus breadth. And what is the length and breadth here? In this case, length here is 10 and breadth here is 8. So this is 2 into 18, which is equal to 36 centimeters. This is the perimeter of the rectangle ABCD. What is the perimeter of this rectangle PQRS? Again, twice L plus B. And this time, what is the length here? The length here is 10 plus x. And what is the breadth? 8 plus x. Simplify this a little. Twice. Open the brackets. 10 plus x plus 8 plus x. So this is going to give you twice. 10 plus 8 is 18. And x plus x is 2x. Right? So we're getting perimeter of the new rectangle as this. And what is the relation given here? The perimeter of the rectangle, the new rectangle, that is after increasing the length and breadth of this rectangle, we are obtaining this rectangle. And the perimeter of the new rectangle that is obtained, that is PQRS, is double the perimeter of the original rectangle. So this is the original rectangle. And this is the new rectangle. Okay. So according to a problem, perimeter of rectangle PQRS is twice the perimeter of rectangle ABCD. Right? Put the values. Perimeter of rectangle PQRS we have got as twice 18 plus 2x. And perimeter of this rectangle here is ABCD here is 36. So 2 into 36. Right? Now we just need to solve this equation to get the value of x. Let's get the value of x from here. Yes, any question? Divide both sides by 2. So you get 18 plus 2x is equal to 2 into 36 divided by 2. Right? Now what you can do, you can cancel this from here. So what are you getting? 18 plus 2x is equal to 36. So that means you are getting 2x is equal to 36 minus 18. And 36 minus 18 is 18. So 2x is equal to 18. That means x is equal to 18 by 2. That means x is equal to 9. So we've got the value of x. That answers the first part of the question. Find find an equation in x. Okay, this answers the first part of the question. Okay, this is the equation in x. Okay. Okay, and what was the next question? Find the area of the new rectangle. To find out the area of the new rectangle, we need the length and breadth. What is the length? 10 plus x. The length of the new rectangle is equal to 10 plus x. 10 plus value of x is 9. So we've got 19. And what is the breadth of the new rectangle? 8 plus x. 8 plus 9. 17. Hence, what should be the area? Area of the new rectangle is equal to length into breadth. Length here we have got as 19, and breadth here we have got as 17. The area is 323 centimeter square, because the units are given in centimeters here, right? So therefore the unit of area is centimeter square. Fine. Any question? No question?
No, sir.
Okay, number 12. Okay, in number 12, the question states a streamer goes downstream and covers the distance between two ports in 5 hours, while it covers the same distance upstream in 6 hours. If the speed of the stream is 1 kilometer per hour, find the speed of the streamer in still water and distance between the ports. Let's say this is your stream, okay? It is flowing, let's say. Let me draw it horizontally. This is your stream, okay? The stream is flowing, and let's say the water is flowing in this manner, okay? And what is the speed of flow of water? Speed of the stream is 1 kilometer per hour. That means the water is flowing at the rate of 1 kilometer per hour in the stream, okay? And here you have a port. Okay, and let's say here you have another port. Fine. Now what happens is that now the word downstream is here, right? Now when the streamer is on the stream, what will happen is that while it is moving from port 1 to port 2, will the water help the streamer or not? Tell me.
So it will help the streamer.
It will
Yes,
help
sir.
the
It
streamer.
will help,
Why?
sir.
Why if will it help? Because the flow of water is in the same direction, right? Right. So therefore, if the if I take the speed of the streamer from this port, let's say to be x kilometer per hour, let's say it comes out from this port to x kilometer per hour, and is going to port 2, what should be the speed of the streamer downstream? I say let the speed of the streamer in still water. Still water means, suppose if the water was not flowing, okay, be x kilometer per hour. The stream is flowing here, but suppose if it is not flowing, then also the streamer would have sailed through, right? Suppose if the water was still and the streamer sailed through at the speed of x kilometer per hour, right? Then what should now once we have assumed the speed to be x kilometer per hour in still water, now suppose let the water is flowing, suppose, right? So what should be the speed of the water downstream? Downstream means with the flow. Speed of the streamer downstream. Downstream means with the flow. So if the streamer is going with the flow, or even suppose even if not streamer, even if you are swimming, if you are swimming with the flow, you tend to swim faster, right? Because the speed of the water helps you. So therefore, what should be the speed of the streamer? Speed in still water plus the speed of the stream, right? Isn't it? Yes. And what is the time taken to cover the distance downstream? It is 5 hours. To cover the distance downstream. Let me underline downstream. Is equal to 5 hours, right? So what should be the distance between the ports? Distance between the ports is speed into time. Speed is x plus 1, time is 5. So 5 into x plus 1, right? This much kilometers, right? Now let's consider upstream. Suppose if now from port 1 it is going to port 2, and the speed of the streamer in still water is the same, x. Next, this what will happen here? Speed of the streamer upstream. How much is the speed? If it is going against the flow, suppose if you are swimming against the flow of water, then you have to be faster than water, right, to move ahead, isn't it? Common sense.
Yes, sir.
You have to be faster than water. So similarly, for a streamer to flow ahead, the speed of the streamer must be faster than the speed of the water. That means, but the streamer is going against the water. That means water is trying to block, or it will slow. It will make the streamer slower. So by how much will it make the streamer slower? If the speed of the streamer in still water is x, and since because it is going against the flow, and speed of the streamer in stream is 1, therefore net speed of the streamer will be x minus 1 kilometer per hour, right? And what is the time taken given here? Cover the distance.
6 hours.
6 hours upstream is equal to 6 hours. So therefore, what is the distance between the ports? Again, speed in time. Speed is x minus 1, time is 6. So 6 into x minus 1, this much kilometers. Now, whatever speed you are flowing, whatever speed you are going, or whatever speed of the streamer, or whatever is the time taken, distance between the ports will remain the same, isn't it? So therefore, this distance must be equal to this distance. Thus, 5 times x plus 1 must be equal to 6 times x minus 1. Now this is given an equation in x. Let's solve it to get the value of x. And what was x we had defined? Speed of the streamer in still water, right?
So I didn't understand 5x plus 1 is equal to 6x minus 1.
Whatever, whether you go against the streamer, or whether you go with the flow, or whether you go against the flow, will the distance between these two change?
No, sir.
It will not change. In the first case, you are going downstream and you found the distance to be this. And in the second case, you are going upstream. You found the distance to be this, but the distance will remain the same, isn't it? Whether you go slow, whether you take 20 hours to reach there, whether you take 1 year to reach there, distance will not change. Your speed is changing, isn't it? Or the speed of flow of water is
Yes,
changing.
sir.
So that is why distance between the ports will not change. Ports are fixed. So whether you are going this way or whether you are going this way, the distance is the same. So this way, how much distance we have found out? 5 times x plus upstream we have found out to be, or downstream we had found out to be 5 times x plus 1, and upstream we have found out to be 6 times x minus 1, right? So these two distances will remain the same. That is why they are equal. So therefore, minus x is equal to minus 11. That means x must be equal to 11. And what was x? X was the speed of the streamer in still water. So kilometer per hour, right? Now, what is the question here? Find out the speed of the streamer in still water. The speed of the streamer in still water is 11
So-
kilometer per hour. Yes.
Sir, we have found out the speed of the streamer in still water is 11 kilometer per hour. Then, sir, the speed 1 kilometer that is given in the question, that one defines which one? Upstream or downstream?
The speed of the streamer, the speed of the stream here is 1, that is the speed of the water here is 1 kilometer per hour. Okay. Suppose if the stream was not flowing, okay, suppose the stream was not flowing, if it was still, then we have taken the speed of the streamer to be x kilometer per hour. But because it is flowing, now once we say it is flowing, now the question is which direction. Now once you know which direction, then you will stay with the flow or against the flow, isn't it? So that is
Yes,
why
sir.
we have two cases here. One is downstream and the other is
And
upstream.
upstream.
Okay. Downstream and upstream, we found out the two distances and then we equated them. Okay. The speed of the streamer in still water, we have got 11 km per hour. That is as if the stream was not flowing, as if the water was still, as in a pond. Okay. And now next question is distance between the two ports. What was the distance we have found out here? 5 times x plus 1 and 6 times x minus 1. So anyway, you can use either this to find out the distance, or you can use this because both of these are equal, isn't it? So therefore, and distance between the ports is equal to 5 times x plus 1. Put the value of x, 5 times 11 plus 1. 5 into 12, which is equal to 60 kilometer, is the distance between the ports. You can put it in 6x minus 1 also, you'll get the same answer because we have already taken them to be equal here. Okay. And finally, the last problem. Number 13.
So we will do linear inequalities.
Yes, after this. So next question is distance between two places A and B is 350 kilometer per hour. Let's say A is place here and let's say B is a place here. Okay. And the distance between these two places is 350 kilometers. Okay. Two cars start simultaneously from A and B. So you start a car from here. Okay. Start traveling in this direction. And your friend also at the same time, he starts from here. Okay. And two cars start simultaneously from A and B towards each other. And the distance between them after 4 hours is 62 kilometers. So suppose after 4 hours, let's say the car reaches here, car A. And let's say after 4 hours, your friend's car reaches here. Let's say Y, right? And after 4 hours, the distance between you and your friend is 62 kilometers. Okay. So this is after 4 hours. And this is also after 4 hours. Okay. If the speed of the car is 8 kilometer less than, if the speed of the car is the speed of one car is 8 kilometer less than the speed of the other car, find the speed of each car. That means suppose you are driving your car at the speed of x kilometer per hour, right? And it is given that and your friend tells you, let's say that my speed of the car is 8 kilometer less than yours. That means his speed is 8x minus 8 kilometers per hour, right? Question is find the speed of each car. That means you need to find out x, the value of x, and you need to find the value of x minus 8. Once you get the value of x, you can always find out the value of x minus 8. Okay, so I say let the speed of the car at A be x. Be x. Therefore, what is the speed of the car at B? Because your friend has told you that I am driving 8 kilometer per hour lesser than you. So speed of the car at B will be x minus 8 kilometer per hour. And this is also kilometer per hour, right? Now, let's consider yours. You are driving. So after 4 hours, right? What is the distance covered? Distance covered by the car at A. At A in 4 hours is equal to speed into time,
थोड़ी ना तो ए मोटा
right?
आया
Speed into time is how much? What is the speed in this case? Speed in this case is x and the time in this case is 4. So 4x kilometer is the distance. So how much is this distance after 4 hours? 4x, right? Distance covered by the car at B in 4 hours is equal to, again, speed in time, and the speed here is x minus 8. The time here is 4 hours. So 4 into x minus 8, right? Kilometers. This is the distance covered. That means this distance here is 4 times x minus 8, right? Now what can you say? This distance 4x plus 62 plus this distance must be equal to 350, right?
Yes, sir.
So according to our problem, ax plus xy plus yb must be equal to 350. Now put the value. Ax we have found out to be 4x. Xy, distance between you and your friend, is 62. And yb here is 4 times y minus 8 is equal to 350. Now you have got an equation in x. We simply need to solve this equation to get the value of x. So how do you solve? 4x plus 62 plus 4x minus 32 is equal to 350. So how much do you get here? 4x plus 4x is 8x, and 62 minus 32 is 30 is equal to 350. Okay, so you get here 8x is equal to 350 minus 30. So you get here 8x is equal to 320. That means x here is 320 by 8. That means x here is, now you can cancel, 40. So speed of the car at A is how much? 40 kilometers per hour. That is what we had taken. Speed of the car at A is x kilometer per hour. So therefore, you need to find the speed of both the cars, right? So speed of the car at A is equal to x is equal to 40 kilometer per hour. What is the speed of the car at B? The speed of the car at B was x minus 8. The speed of the car at B, x minus 8, 40 minus 8 is equal to 32 kilometer per hour. And that's your answer. Okay, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is